All right, it's 7:30. Stand.
It'll go right here. Is this recording for you?
Yes. Just double check. It should be.
Yes, recording.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Coach Bree Sims. Depends on what team your child's on. They may know me as Coach Sims. The older kids know me as Coach Bree. All right, I am one of the founders of the N.B.A. Dolphins.
Ma'am, you speak up a little bit.
Let's try this one more time. All right. I'm Coach Bree.
Okay.
Or Coach Sims. Depends on what team your kid on. All right. I'm one of the founders of the N.B.A. Dolphins. N.B.A. stands for No BS Inc. Academy. My initials are also BS, so no, you kind of figure it out. All right. Here's one of the other co-founders right here, Angela, and then Coach KB. She's not here. She's a little under the weather. All right. I'm gonna give you a little background about us. I started with an 8th grade team at the end of 2023, which was my son, their kids. Well, it was like it was 14 years, so it was 8 or 9. Kind of experiment, and it actually went really well. And I was asked to continue doing it. So last year, for spring, I put it out again. I ended up having 3 teams. So I had an 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade team. That was an amazing season, in my opinion. I got a lot of feedback, and other people thought the same. I'm assuming because if someone returned. But I want to say I genuinely appreciate you guys coming. I truly do. It means a lot, and it means a lot that you guys are on time. I am a stickler for time. I try to start exactly at the time. I was counting down. Same with practice. I can't control games, but the time I ask everyone to be there, I expect everyone to be there. It's going to always be before the game, because if a game ends early before you, they will start your game early. So I don't want us to forfeit a game. So it's really big being on time. I would like you guys to meet the coaches. We're missing a few, but I'll let them introduce themselves, the ones that are here. You can just say your name, you don't have to say what team you with or nothing like that.
I'm Coach Shaw or Coach B.
I'm Coach Paris or Coach P.
I'm Coach DJ.
Alright. One of our other coaches, he got called into work. The other one's sick. So, I'll let you say.
I'm Coach MJ. I am the media specialist, so I take all of the photos for the Dolphins.
Yeah, it didn't work, and I was gonna show you some of her work. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Coach I'm sorry. I'm playing. My name is Tasha, and I'll be parent.
Yeah, like
Manager.
she's over all the team parents.
Team parents.
We'll get into that a little further
Yeah,
as well.
but I'm Tasha. Hi.
Yeah, she's gonna be your point of contact. Okay. All right. The other one we missing, Mr. Emil. He's gonna be our strength and conditioning coach. With that, we invite the parents out. You know, everyone's on their journey, whether it's to lose weight, gain weight. So we like to incorporate it. We're big on family. Everything we do, we try to incorporate you guys. For one, 90% of these kids do not have a car or can't drive. And you guys gotta come anyway, so I say, why not make it a family event? We did it last year, and I think it was a really good turnout. Some people kept coming, some quit on us, but I think it was a really good thing, and it brought everyone together. All right. So what is AAU? Those letters are Amateur Athletic Union. Some of you guys may be new to AAU. I will warn you, it's nothing like rec. It's a lot more intense. You'll see some of the best talent you may ever see Some of them won't be the best, but you have the opportunity to play against some of the best players. I know last year we played against some kids that were like really good, and I enjoyed it. I played AAU. It helped me get to college. It opened up a lot of doors for me, and that's part of the reason I'm doing this. Trying to give back, not necessarily saying I can get your kid to college, because most of that depends on your kid and how bad they want it, but I can give them the tools because I've been there. Our coaches have been there, or they played high school, so they kind of know what to do. I hate to think. So let's go. Let's start going through our packet. On the first page, it's a little rundown about the things I said. So we are a nonprofit organization. We are, I like to say, N.B.A. Academy, just results. And to me, the results stand for realizing every situation ultimately leads to success. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter the route we take. At the end of the day, I try to be successful. I'm sure everyone does. So anything I do, that's the way I try to go. Our mission is to provide the youth of all backgrounds an organization that builds confidence, develop character, and help them acquire the skills needed. All right, the vision is to ensure that all youth in the community have an opportunity to try out and engage in activities or sports of their choice. I know a lot of people don't like the school basketball. I hear a lot of complaints about it, how unfair it is, their child may not get a chance to play. So that's kind of another reason I made this team, to give those kids who might didn't make their school team an opportunity. I've seen so many kids who were cut from their school team, but were better than most of the kids on the school team. And that's crazy to me. I'm from Florida, it's a lot different. We picked the best of the best. We didn't pick favoritism, at least not when I was there. I didn't notice it, but I see it so much here, especially in this area. I moved here about 3 years ago, and basketball here was just horrible. Honestly, it was horrible. And I just was like, I want to be a difference. I want to make a difference. I had my, one of my sons, he moved down here with me. He loved basketball. Then my son actually plays now. He was a football player, but he grew to love basketball. And I was like, hey, well, let's do this. And it's been good, and I think it's helped these kids a lot. You know, I randomly get messages sometimes just from the kids telling them how much this helps, you know, how it makes it a little better, because they may not be able to go and stay after school for their sport at school, but they can come out here and still play. All right. One of the big reasons I did this, I was like, Dolphin basketball is here to keep the youth out the court system and on the basketball court. Especially when I was growing up. A lot of my friends didn't make it out. You know, they got in trouble at a young age. And I was like, hey, they were great athletes, but they didn't have the outlet. So another reason I'm trying to give an outlet. And I see it all the time. I see kids every day. You go to the park, great, but they're no longer in school. They've been kicked out of school, all these things. I'm like, dang, you know, I wish I could have caught that kid. I used to work in law enforcement. I worked for adults and youth. I worked in mental health as well. And a lot of the things the kids say, they didn't have anything to do. So it made it easy for them to get in trouble or try drugs, and that triggered some of their mental health issues and all of those things. So that's another reason I just wanna, you know, give back. All right, so let's go to second page. All right, so for my high school players, they will travel. Now I will say this, because a couple parents, when they saw that, they asked, well, can the younger kids go on one away tournament? I said, at the end, we're allowed to vote, because we're going to Orlando. And I said, we can make a vote if you guys would like to. We'll see it, because it's at the very end, so it'll be at the end of May. And we can kind of go from there to give you enough time to plan. And last year, we went on quite a few trips, but families that didn't get to really travel, they turned them into their vacation. So they might have stayed an extra day or anything, and it was just great. The kids got to see other kids doing the exact same thing as them in another area, another state. A lot of kids had never been to another state. We had kids who never flew before, and they flew with me. The first time I got on the plane was because of basketball. So I just wanted to make that available for another kid. So when it comes to the tournaments, those expenses are not included in the fee. How we do it, well, the tournament, so I pay for the tournament, but the hotel and the food and the ride will be on the parents. So last year, we split it. It was about between $50 and $75 each kid, what they brought, and we only went once a month. So it was like, whichever day that tournament fell, I would say, hey, maybe a month in advance, I would say, hey, we're gonna go here, let's book it early, so it's a lot cheaper, and kinda go from there. We did that. I asked every parent to get their kid like a card. It could have been Cash App card, debit card, or whatever. I'm big on not having cash, cause it get lost. You know, someone could steal it. I mean, I would hope we don't have anybody in our program like that, but we have to be realistic too. We don't know. So they kept it on their card. When we went, we would go together. We would go wherever we went. Everybody just paid for their food, or some, if it was a kid who didn't have one, they would maybe contact a coach or another parent, and they took care of it. When we travel, a parent has to accompany the child. Now, there's a lot of kids that are friends. So, say our kids went, and I'm like, hey, I'll be the chaperone for these three. That's perfectly fine. Last year, it was put on us a lot. I was renting vans, and it was just we were driving our cars, and no parent involvement. I can't do that again. It was extremely hard. Like I said, I had 3 teams, so that was at least like 35 kids, and 3 of us trying to watch them, 3 to 4, and we did it, but it was horrible. I said I would never put that much pressure and responsibility, or them. They were our biggest help. Like, I will not do us like that again. So when we travel, I just ask, like I said, I don't mind if you like, hey man, his friend's going, his mom or dad said they'll take him, I'm perfectly fine with that, just let me know, and we'll go from there, okay? Like I said, so in a group me, I will put in there, so for our older ones, our first one is the end of February. I've already been looking up hotels and everything, so when we have our group chat, I'll say, hey, to go to South Carolina, that hotel is like $50 a person. You guys just send it, we already have the hotel reserved, and we'll pay for it. And then, like I said, you guys have the money, or if you're coming, feel free if you want your child to stay with you, so y'all share that hotel. All I'm gonna say, a couple parents tried that last year, and their kids had absolutely fit, and they were not in the room with their friends. Cause that's what it's about team bonding, and it was a great experience. Those kids got to see it from another view, like, yeah, your mom may be down the hall, but I get to hang out with my teammates. It makes, I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. It makes the team so much stronger. For example, our 8th grade team, they were all so close. They literally did everything together. And that, I feel like that made a huge impact on why they was winning. Cause they were really brothers. So it's like, hey, I'm not gonna treat my brother any kind of way. And they carried on the team, and they were all one unit. All right, that's pretty much it on the travel. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. All right, at the bottom, it's the documents I need. I have to have a schedule or something from the school. So I have to have your child name, what grade they're in. When I go to tournaments, I'll have a binder. I should have brought one, a big binder. They, at any time, can say, hey, let me verify this child is 13 or this child is 17. I will get in so much trouble if I have a kid playing that doesn't have their paperwork or playing on the wrong team and they don't fit the age requirements. You actually have to pay money. So say you were there and you like, hey, it's no way that child is 14 years old, and you contest it. Both of us come to them, and then some places $300. We have to bring $300 in cash, sit it on the table, look in the book, and say, okay, yeah, this kid is. If he is, you giving up that $300 for wasting their time pretty much. If the kid's not, I'm giving them the $300, and then we're out. So that team will be out of that tournament. Yep, I've seen it multiple times.
Yep.
And I never wanna be a part of that. For one, I'm a rule follower, so, like I said, maybe because I was in law enforcement, and then probably because I was always scared to go to jail. I just follow the rules, I'm too pretty. So, yeah, I need that birth certificate. That's another thing they're gonna check. They wanna make sure, like, of course, you know, kids reclass, they do a lot of different things. So they were like, all right, that's fine, you meet it grade-wise, let's make sure you meet it age-wise. A copy of your insurance card, cause we're traveling. So when we go to our in-city, like our Atlanta area tournaments, it's fine if you guys drop them off, but make sure someone knows. But if something happened, like say a kid break his finger or something, and I'm like, hey, we have to call someone to grab 'em. They wanna see the insurance, they wanna see these things, and you may be too far away. You might have had to work that day, and it'll take you a whole hour and a half.
Yeah.
We don't wanna keep the kid in pain, and we can just let them go. So also in this packet is like a release form if something like that did happen, that we can go. I definitely will call you first, but I will let you know like, hey, they're going to Piedmont, and then you'll meet us there or whatever, and we'll send, one adult will go with them, so one of our staff, if they have to. I pray it'll never happen, but I always wanna be safe. A current physical. I know some kids are playing basketball right now, so if you got a physical for this school year, you're fine. As long as it doesn't expire before June. So, June 1st, and, back, you're good. If it expires then, you have to get another one. I wanna cover me. I don't want a kid at practice and something happened and they say, hey, you didn't know this kid had this issue or anything going on, because a lot of times people just wanna play, they're not gonna tell you the truth. I have to cover me. But if something happened, you guys, I know, coming for me, you know? So, that's another thing. All these documents could be emailed. You don't have to give me a copy. You could just email it to me. I put the email on the bottom of the paper. And, she'll check them. She's gonna, cause before we even practice, I need these, so, February 9th by 7 p.m. I need,
Excuse me, Coach.
oh yeah, one PDF, yes.
Question
Yes.
right there.
The physical, you said if they're playing now, are you able to get a copy of that if they're at, like, Paulding County? Or do I
Mm-mm.
need to get you another copy?
You just have to get one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, so wherever you got it from, you should be able to go up there and they'll give you one, or they may email it. So they may just forward you a copy, or if you, somewhere you went, they had like a My Chart, they'll have it. All right, next page. All right, just a quick little registration form. You fill out that information for me. Please tell me if your kid have any type of allergies. I for sure need to know. And also, even though you wrote it on here, please remind us, because I'm gonna try every tournament, at least one day, to get them snacks. Those tournaments, how they work, you may play multiple games in a day. So you're gonna sit at the gym. I don't ever want a kid to kinda sit there, they don't have something to snack on. For one, it's not healthy, and for two, we're doing this, you don't know anyone's situation. This day, you may not have the money to get that child some food, so if we have a little stuff, I'm only gonna pick one day out of the tournament, so it's probably gonna be Saturday, cause usually our longest day. And then I'll give everybody, we call it like a dolphin pack. Just give them a little sack, little lunch kinda, and they eat on that throughout that day. But I don't wanna have something in there and they can't have it. So I'll try to find an alternate, or I just won't put it in there. All right, we can go to page 4. All right, this is a player contract. This is like 80% of what I expected them. A lot of the other things, I'm very verbal with it. And then we would've probably had 2 pages. So I kinda put the more important things on here. When it comes to practice, I expect everyone to show up, meetings, tournaments. I understand things happen. I just ask you reach out before the practice and say, I mean, unless something happened on the way there, that's different. But if you know, like, hey, he has a test and he can't miss it or something like that, or he has another event that was already pre-planned, please let us know. Preferably like a day before so he can plan around it. A lot of our drills, we do by the number of kids he have. So if we wanted to scrimmage or go over things, and today we only have 9 kids, you know, that kinda hurts us. So please just let us know in advance. You can text me, but I prefer you to also send it to that coach of your team. So like I said, you would know, cause I have the sheet, you'll sign up, group me, that coach will be in there, and the name will be on the coach, so you'll know exactly who it is. And just say, hey, such and such, not feeling good today, he won't be at practice, and that's fine. Alright, everything is a representation of me, the rest of the staff, and you guys. When we come to these tournaments, I need everyone to look presentable. My biggest pet peeve is seeing pajama pants. If they come in pajama pants, just go ahead and take them back home. Alright. That is so tacky to me. I'm big on it. If you wanna wear sweatpants, cool. You have to have on your uniform to even get in the door anyway, so I just say, you can put, sweatpants on top of that. But please, no pajama pants, no bonnets. I've never seen so many boys wear bonnets. Oh my goodness. Yes, house slippers, right? You can wear the Crocs, the slide, but the actual slippers, right? It just looks like you're not ready to play. So, I'm big on those things. Comb y'all hair. Oh my, get a little haircut. I know they wear the little thing, use the sponge. We just have to be presentable. You never know. Like if she takes pictures, the tournaments we go to, they record them, they post them everywhere. That's a bad look. Cause they'll find you, they'll tag you, and why you look like that? Seen it? I don't wanna be a part of it. I'm not coming out of the house like that, so I don't expect anyone else to. And then also, like I said, it's bigger than basketball with me. I'm trying to teach these young athletes life skills. You wanna be out here in the real world, an adult, you can't walk around like that. So as soon as I see you, I may see you one day and then you come in for a jog and you're like, oh, I remember her. I remember him, he don't care how he present himself, so he gonna take my business and not care either. So, just big on that. Under the uniform, they will get it, but also, they may want extra, black shirts. I know one size white, but I made sure I trim it in black because I cannot stand a dirty white tee. Everyone have them armpit stains and all that is, no. So I ask anytime we wear our uniform, it's a black t-shirt under it. Now I can't write in it because you won't see it, but it just needs to be a black t-shirt. That's one color that you can, almost everybody's gonna look the same, even if it's a little bit ashy. But it'll look better than the white. I will give them one. In my uniform package, it comes with one, but because like I said, we play maybe 3-4 games in a weekend, you'll need another, so. When they come to the tournaments, they will get an entire bag. So it'll be a book bag, it'll be a uniform, it'll be that shirt, it'll be a hoodie, and I'm looking to get some socks. They should bring all of those things. You never know what's gonna happen. Like I said, we'll play a game, and then we have to turn around and play again, any of those things. So you wanna have the extra shirts in there, some wipes, it'd be smelly,
I'm possibly working on getting us everybody, like each team shoes.
We'll talk about that when you get there. We don't want nobody hopes up. We want it to be a respectable team. Absolutely no gang related anything. I know they trying to start a little so-called gang thing in this area. I see it all the time. I don't wanna see it. I don't, even in pictures. Let's not do it. You never know, college coaches follow these Instagram. People don't understand they are really throwing away their scholarship because of things they post. Even as young as 6th or 7th grade. No one forgets. And the internet is forever. So you post it and go delete it. I already screenshot. And that's sent to someone. So let's not, any of those things, that's automatic dismissal from the team. For one, I have 5, possibly 6 teams. That's way too many people on risking their lives, allowing a child to do those things. Okay. They must attend school, target this class, and send in their grades. So I do randomly say, everyone send me their grades. Your education's first. When we had our trial, I asked everyone, how many want to play college basketball? almost everyone raised their hand. You can't play college basketball if you don't have the grades. So we're not gonna promote someone just because you're good not to have the grades. I'm gonna check them and then I make a list. You're failing, you're gonna run, you're gonna do push-ups, it will be a punishment. On the side of whatever y'all have going on, but that have nothing to do with me. But for me, because I hold a standard, I believe I'm a standard, so I make everybody stand there and stand on business, okay? And school comes first. So whatever it is, I'm just letting you guys know, your child can come home, I'm hurting. Yeah, I've seen their grades, okay? So, big on that, you have to be respectful. Like I said, we're gonna be in public a lot, we're going to all these tournaments. No inappropriate language. I get it, it's basketball, I hear it all, I coach high school, I hear them cursing all the time. I can't stand it. We have to have a better vocabulary. You're allowed to get mad, but change your words. And I don't care what you do outside of here, but when you're in this gym or around me, I don't wanna hear it. So when I hear it, I have a consequence list for that too. Push up, depending on what word it is. Different things, your run, different things like that. Just to teach them, because you can't go anywhere and just talk however you want. A lot of these kids think, oh, I'm grown now, I can do whatever I want. Honey, no, I got rules too. I gotta follow the same things y'all do. Someone's still telling me what to do and I'm grown. So, all right, I'm big on, you have to be respectful to your coaches, the officials, all of us. I know everyone gets upset. The ref don't call something, someone get pushed, or, you know, like I said, I play basketball, I get it. We gotta be respectful though, cause we see those refs all the time. I'm watching it right now, my high school team, we have kids that's steady going off on the ref. Then they're upset the next game when they see the same ref, and he not, purposely not calling out, cause you don't disrespect them, or the coach. That go for the coaches too. Now they have a short fuse, now you done got a tech, and you probably like, I ain't really do anything, but they don't forget, just like you don't. Somebody cuss you out, you're not gonna forget. So it kinda goes the same way. Always exhibit good sportsmanship and leadership. Be a team player, have a positive attitude. The world is rough enough. This is our safe space. I don't need kids coming in here, another kid bullying them, or that's another thing. You off. I do not play that. Like, you don't know anybody's situation, just be a good person. That's all we're trying to help people be. Please follow any reasonable request a coach may ask. I don't think anybody's gonna ask you to do anything crazy. If you or your child feel like they ask you something crazy, bring it to me. Because I check anyone. Parents, coach, players, everyone, like I said, it's a standard, okay? If someone get hurt, please tell us. We need to know. I get it, these kids just wanna play, but then you don't wanna make the injury worse. You don't wanna come like, oh, I tweaked my ankle. You go fall and now your ankle's broke. We could've prevented. You could've sat out for one weekend, ice, did whatever you need to do and got back out there. You have to, I'm big on giving back. We do a lot of work in the community and we do a lot of team bonding. That's pretty mandatory, you know. With him, we joined forces and things going on, like, what was that, about 3 weeks ago? We went and helped the special need kids in the basketball game. And they had to wear their uniform and they assisted those kids playing their basketball game. Little things like that, you just never know. Anything can happen, anything can be you. So starting young, I want these kids to realize how important it is to give back. It don't matter how much you have, if you never give to anyone, it will be taken. All right, players are not allowed to play for any other team at the same time unless it's their school, which for the most part, school ball will be over. But I know you start in the summer, when we get close to the summer, they may do little things with their school. Simply because I think it's very disrespectful that you miss a tournament to play with someone else when we could have just let someone else on the team who had a free schedule. I get it, and then you have your parents playing 2 fees, you know, it's a lot. I don't like the conflict because then it leaves me in an issue too, because if I have to cancel a tournament because kids decide to go do something else that looks really bad on me, it's not fair to the other kids. Alright, so if you have a situation like that going on, please come talk to me. Alright, we'll go to the next page. The most important page, and also the page people probably hate. Alright, our payment. Alright, for our high school boys, if you did not play with me in fall, it's $800. If you did play, it's $765. For our middle school, it's $600. Today, if you haven't already, you'll pay your uniform fee. I'm ordering the uniforms literally tonight. I have to stay up till like 3 in the morning because they're overseas, time different. Ordering uniforms in order to have them, because it takes almost a month. So in order to have them back by our first tournament. Alright, so you pay that uniform fee, and then you'll have your first, some people paid it at the same time, but then you have a first fee that's due the 27th. The next fee will be due in February the 16th, and the third is due on the 9th. If you decide, hey, you just wanna pay it all right now, that's perfectly fine. Please do that today so I know, or do it before so do it by the 26th. If you get wrong, hey, I'm just gonna pay it all up front, that's perfectly fine. Also in the payment plan, I broke down, I asked everyone for $30 to make pretty much the lunches in a way, or the snack bag. I added that already so you don't have to pay a separate fee. I just added on to it. If you're gonna use Zelle, you don't have a fee. If you use Apple Pay, Cash App, or a card, they all charge me because I have business accounts, so I have to get my money. So it'll just be an extra fee on there. If you're unsure of the fee, just ask me and I'll tell you exactly what it is. It only ranges between $3 to $5 extra, depending, unless you're paying the whole thing, it may go up to like $8. Other than that, it's not a big fee difference. All of them can be paid. I have a link. I sent to most of you guys who already paid the uniform fee. If you're using a credit card, that won't be the same link, that will just for the uniform. But if you like to use the credit card or tap tonight, just let me know. I also have a QR code, and we can go from there. All right. Let's see. The next page is the consent to treat your child. That's the page I was telling you. If we get somewhere, just go ahead and fill it out. Like I said, I always have that binder, or the coach, somebody would always have it. So they're like, hey, we need to see any medicine these kids are taking or something like that. It should be on this sheet. All right, now, next page, we're gonna talk about the schedule. Now you will have, when it comes down to the group chat, I'm actually gonna put it in there only for your team. Right now, because multiple teams in here, I just put it like this. And please understand, this is a projected schedule. I made this schedule months ago, and it has changed every single time I went and looked. Literally. But I will say they're pretty good at the closer it gets, they don't change it. But because I did in advance, and I know how it is, I've been with programs who kind of give you the schedule as you go. And I know everyone has lives. I have lives. Like I said, I coach high school. I have my own family. All of those things. I want people to still be able to take their trips and do the things they want to do around the schedule. So I won't go completely into detail, but this is roughly the area the tournaments are in. That's what it said on their site. Like I said, things happen, gyms get double booked, all kind of things, so it may change a little bit. But for the most part, the biggest thing I'm gonna say, I'm aiming for that date. So even if they cancel that tournament, because they will cancel it when they get a little closer, if enough people don't sign up. But I will try to aim for that date. So if I say we have a tournament February 21st, if that one's canceled, I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna try my best to find one that same weekend, so we don't have to maneuver that much. For high school kids, I think their schedule is pretty set because these are like bigger name tournaments, and they have to do it in advance. So hopefully that's good. For the younger ones, these are big tournaments too, but I'm not sure how it works, like I said, but they may not get enough participants and have to find another one. The good thing is always a million tournament, so it won't be a problem that I can't find something. It just may not be, if I say, oh, we're gonna be in Marietta this weekend, we might actually be in Atlanta. So, just please work with me and be a little flexible. I promise you I'm big on communication, so you will know. I'm a scheduled person, so I have to put the information out the same way, because I won't be able to function. All right, next page, it's just a little breakdown of kind of things I went over. The season starts mid-February. For our younger ones, they'll start practicing, but their first game won't be to that first weekend of March. High school, because we're going to South Carolina, it'll start close to the end. It starts 21st. We'll practice before that. With that, I will say this, because I coach high school and a lot of the players on the high school team play high school ball, I will have to kind of adjust possibly on our practice, just because they may be in playoffs or those things. Like, we probably gonna be in playoffs. So I know I'm projected to start February 11th. That's when I wanna start practice. But it also, like I said, it depends on those things. So we may have to depend on the weather. We may say, hey, well, we can start running, we can do conditioning, because our practice will be at a high school. I can't use the gym if the high school is in there. So I'm gonna say, hey, let's meet me at the park, let's go work on conditioning. Let's do these things if the weather permits. By the end of February, it should be a lot warmer, but we have to kind of play that by ear. So we will have practice twice a week, on Tuesday and Thursday, and then Wednesday goes training. So we will have, that's Mr. Emil right there, Coach Emil. He's the one who will host the strength and conditioning and our training. She'll be here too. We want the parents involved. I know a lot of people have those New Year goals. Let's all do it together. Let's all get on it together and start working out. That will be on Wednesdays. I would definitely have that on the schedule as well, so you know the time and where we all meeting at. All right. On their off time, I ask the kids, if you have a goal at home, go shoot. Do little things. That's how I know you really want it. It's only so much we can do in practice. You have to practice outside of it. So go put up some shots, go run on your own. Those little things, that separates you as well. You'll see a big difference. Right now, our practice is gonna be all at PC, Paulding County High School. Like I said, I hope nothing change. At this time, I don't see it changing. I already signed my contract, but listen, we in Paulding County, okay? And all I'm saying, some haters in this area, okay? Things happen. I beg of you guys to be flexible. Like I said, I promise you, as soon as I know, you will know. I will blast it in the group me, say, hey, practice will be at this place or whatever. We have to have an alternative. We have to go to the park. Some of those things. Of course, I'm going to try to minimize that as best my ability, but I don't want it to affect the kids. So I will figure something out. Or maybe it has to be like a Monday, like, hey, they're having an assembly at the gym. I can't get it. We're going to go to the park, or we're going to practice on Monday or something like that. But like I said, you will know we do monthly in advance schedules, because I give it to you now, but things change. So I say, hey, this is what it looked like. I check the school schedule to make sure with the gym and put it out there. Like I said, of course, if they add something on, they'll tell me when they tell me. But I'm proactive. I'm looking on there every day. I've been looking on there since they gave me access, just to make sure, just so I can pre-plan. All right. All tournaments on the weekends, and the weekend starts Friday. So how it works, may have to play a Friday. I ask as the best I can not to play Fridays, simply because I'm a teacher, and by the time I get home, by the time you guys get off of work, sometimes they work with you, sometimes they don't. Everything's about money to these people too, so they be like, all right, you gotta pay more. So I'm trying not to. Last year, I kind of did that, and I spent a lot of money out of my pocket. I haven't, like I said, we just started, so I don't have any sponsors like that yet. So it came out of my pocket. Now they got me in some trouble at home, so I'm not gonna try to do that this year, but if we do, you will know. So typically how it works, with a tournament, the schedule usually come out like Tuesday night or like Wednesday by like noon. Soon as I get the schedule, if it's a link, I drop the link in there, so you can monitor it. Like I said, it does change. Now the location and stuff might not change, but the game may say 7 o'clock, and then turn around, it's at 6 o'clock. So we're gonna constantly look, and, that's when, I'm gonna talk about it later, but when the team mobs and everything come into play as well, to kinda help, like, oh, I've been monitoring, I've been looking, it changed, and we'll put that information out there, okay? The parents and players are responsible for rides. I recommend making friends, that help a lot. And a lot of these kids actually go to school together. When we was talking and I was going over paperwork, like, okay, so y'all probably live near each other. So maybe you can set up a buddy system, like, hey, I got them on Tuesday, you take them Thursday. It's a family. We need each other, we need everyone. I call all the time to pick up my kids. But please, yeah, I recommend, we'll do something so we all can get together again on a professional level, and we can actually really get to know each other. We did a big parent thing last year, it was really fun. And we got to meet everyone, and people exchanged numbers, they actually became friends. People start hanging out, traveling, doing all different things together, just from basketball. Basketball can bring you some lifetime friends and opportunities. Alright, your fees, like I said, they go into the tournaments, the uniform package, gym rental, insurance, the things we need for practice, like basketball, scoreboard, like a book, anything like the pennies we may use in practice. How I do the uniform number, however you send your payment. So if you, for the ones who already sent their payment, I'll text you like, hey, what number your child wants? Cause you get first dibs. I just go in order so we don't fight. Everybody always want 1 and 2, 0. Those numbers everybody always want like that. So I'm like, hey, you send it like, hey, boom, they put in the description, their child name and number they want. If I look on it and I see it's open, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's your child number. If not, I'll text you like, hey, what's the second option? And we kinda go from there. Our team colors, as you can see, pink, gray with a splash of black, sometimes a little white, depends on what we wear. I'm trying to work on gear for the parents. The parents are also allowed to buy the uniform stuff. PowerPoint didn't work. I was gonna show everyone, I guess I can show my phone and show everybody what it looks like, what the hoodie, everything look like. And if you wanna order something, just let me know. I have to order in bulk, so I'm gonna get the kids' uniforms out the way, but maybe by the end of the week or something, I'll say, hey, if any parents, and I'll do one big order like that. All right, now last page. I'm gonna have everyone sign this, but it's mainly for high school. I'm gonna have everyone sign just in case we do decide the younger team to travel. So this is just about the hotel or Airbnb, whatever, it's gonna be a hotel, I don't think I'm gonna do an Airbnb again. But, yeah, that was hard, that was rough right there. So, like I said, I'm a stickler for doing the right thing. And you're a reflection of us. If your kid does not know how to act, please don't send them. Because I don't care where we at, I'm gonna call you and you gotta come pick them up. Yeah, we haven't had an incident, cause, I think most of the kids know I don't play. But we can't have those kind of things. Like I said, it's too many other kids. I cannot jeopardize anyone's safety or anything like that. So yeah, I just ask everyone to sign it. If possible, those pages that have signatures, if you guys can sign it now, I can go ahead and knock that out, put it in our book. Those other pages, I made sure they weren't on the back, they're yours, so you can keep and check out some of the information. See up there, that's pretty much it for me. Oh, I have one more thing. Someone said something? Okay. So when, end of February, I'm gonna do a couple fundraisers. That's why I'm gonna really start the fundraiser. Because like I said, we go to Florida on that last day, which will be June 2nd. I wanna take everybody to Universal. So, last year we went to Tampa and we all went to the beach and different things and it was amazing. It was a great time. So I wanna take everyone to Universal, but like I said, my pocket's full. You know, so I will set up fundraising and then whatever money we raise, we kinda go from there. If we can afford to do it, we will, or say the kid did everything, their ticket paid for. Now, I'm not saying you can't go, then you guys will come in, if you want your child to go, you just have to pay for it, whatever. So say the ticket $200 and they raise $100, you just have to put in that other $100. I'll keep track, same thing we did last year, cause we went to Puerto Rico. And we just kept track and whatever was left, you guys just put in, alright? So before I go, for my 13 parents here, is anyone interested in going to Florida? The team going? You older, your kids in high school, so. Y'all in high school, so they already going.
Oh.
I'm talking about the younger kids, my little 6th and 7th graders, okay. Okay, cause a lot of parents text me that, so that's what made me ask. I didn't even think about it, cause I didn't think you guys would wanna travel. But that's cool, I made sure the tournament has an age group for you guys too, just in case. Or just a little proactive, I think that'd be really fun, that'd be great, everyone go. I guarantee you, it'll be an amazing time. Everyone that went with us last year, y'all had a good time?
Great.
But we had to work, so it was a little different. Alright, I don't see this person here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This year, I'm excited to announce, something truly special to me. You ain't got to, yeah. It's called a Pink Dolphin Scholarship. So, we envision this award to be an annual thing highlighting the end of the season at the banquet. Well, it didn't work out that way, so I wasn't able to present it at the banquet, so I'm kinda doing it now. And I think it's recorded, so I'll just send them the video. But, for our first one, I'm doing it today. Our first recipient embodies and have the determination that we hope every kid has. He's an amazing kid, a natural athlete, hardworking. No matter what life has thrown at him, he seems to be so determined to make it. I truly believe he has the ability to be a great leader if he only believes in himself the way I believe in him. Being coachable is a gift, which makes coaching him these last couple years an absolute joy. We have no doubt that this young man is destined for greatness, and I can't wait for him to tap into that confidence and go far in life. That person was Justin, he's not here. I'm gifting him, out of my own money, $400 to go towards his fee. Just a thank you, just for being a great kid. And I would love to do that every time I have a team. So, he's not here, but, yeah. I can't get my hat up a little bit, but, no, but that's all for me. Do you guys have any questions?
I have one question. Since the, player contract has the signature line for the player, you still want us to turn it in if we signed it or?
You can, because I'm gonna bring that book so they can sign it, well, let me tell you this. I don't let anyone sign anything they don't read, so I literally bring that on the first day of practice, read it to everyone, make sure everyone understands it. That's exactly what I did last year, before they signed their name, because I'm trying to teach them at a young age, do not just sign anything. But these kids sign anything. I watch them every day. You done gave them your life, and you don't even know. Now sign this check, because I need this money. But, yes, any other questions? All right, well, that's pretty much it. Oh, thank you, because I did write on top of mine, saying that, hey, please, anything that you're turning in to me with a signature, please, at the very top, write your child's name and your name, because I'm asking you to sign, and I wouldn't know who it is, because I forgot that part on there. My brain works like 10,000 miles a minute. Yeah.
You have one for like sponsors or something like that?
Oh, I'm working on it. So I have something kinda, I need to tweak it a little. Cause I'm definitely knocking on doors and, you know, coming to your job, don't worry. Where y'all work, I'm coming to y'all job too. But I thank you guys so much for coming. I hope I did a good job. Hope I gave you guys good information, add a little humor to it, so, you know. A lot of times when these settings, they work all uptight, you don't know what to think, you know. But, yeah, also, I'll pass this sheet around. You guys can go ahead and find your team name and go ahead and scan it, so you can join the group meeting. So you don't have to go search for it, and I don't have to text you guys separately. It's a lot of work. So, at the top it'll say like, if you 13, you the 6th, 7th grade, you on the junior dolphins, you can skip the girls because they're not here today. 26, that's my 11th grader. 27, my 10th grader. 28, my 9th grader. So I'll pass it around and everybody can scan it real fast. Anyone who needs to use TAP to pay, I'm here, you can. I have my Zelle and Cash App already on QR code if you wanna use that if you haven't already paid it. But please, it has to be paid today so I can go ahead and order those uniforms. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's what I'm under. Also, let me stop my phone.